everywhere.
You had, back as I understand it, I think it was 2009, you had a rather impressive award experience.
It's called the Duke of Edinburgh Award, and it's all over the world. I think in a couple of different countries in the Commonwealth, and you do so many hours of physical fitness, volunteering, learning new skills, overnight trips, that kind of thing. And there's actually three levels to this award. The bronze, when you complete it, you get to meet your mayor, and they give you the award. The second one, the lieutenant governor, you go to their house and they give you the award. And for the gold one, it's a member of the royal family that gives out the award. So I got this award for completing it, and it was given to me by Prince Edward.
That's the point I was hoping you would get to and wouldn't leave out. Yes, that must have been kind of an award in itself, just having His Royal Highness present you the award.
Oh, absolutely! It's amazing, and anybody that can do it should do it, because it's quite an experience.
I bet it is, and probably one you're not likely to forget right away. Now, do you write your own music now?
I do. I've always written my own music. It's something that I believe in doing. I don't think I could really sing somebody else's songs and put that full meaning and full oomph behind it.
When you write music, what kind of, what are your influences? Who do you look at as far as, well, I like some of that, and then you look at somebody else and I like some of that, or do you use other artists as influences, or is this just something that is strictly self-contained?
No. I absolutely have influences. My earliest influence is Avril Lavigne. I went to one of her first concerts when she released her first album, and was completely blown away. And it's kind of like my aha moment for wanting to get up on stage and perform eventually. But her, Lady Gaga, just for her songwriting skills and her stage performance and just everything. Katy Perry, the Veronicas. Mainly those four. They're all very talented songwriters.
Okay, now you're mentioning a lot of the newer generation artists, which in their own right, they are phenomenally talented people, especially, Lady Gaga. I'm a huge fan. But what about some of the older generation of contemporary artists? Neil Young, for example, or even going back further, Bobby Darin, any of these people. Do you look back on the artists of the 50s, 60s, or 70s and be inspired by any of those people?
Growing up, I never really listened to a lot of the older artists. I can remember listening to, the Cranberries or like that kind of music from my father's playlists and stuff. But as for older, going back 50s, 60s, not a lot.
Well, you mentioned Lady Gaga. You had another connection to her more recently.
Yeah, so I played two of her VIP after parties. So I played the first one in 2013 for the Born This Way Ball, and it was one of two performers, and it was jam-packed in there, and opening for her opener, DJ Lady Starlight, which is pretty cool. And then I got asked again to play for the Joanne World Tour in 2017. So I've played two of her VIP after parties, so it's been pretty special, pretty unique moments.
And you have a pretty good reputation for putting on a good show and pleasing the crowd. I understand. I haven't had the pleasure of seeing you in person. However, keep Naples, Florida, and Phoenix, Arizona on your list of potential targets there, because we'd like to see you in person. But I've heard that you have a thing about not standing still too long in one place on the stage.
Yeah, I like to have fun on this. I like to have fun when I perform, and by the end of my set, if you're not up and you're not dancing, you're not on your feet, I'm gonna get off the stage and I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna either make you dance or just have fun. I mean, if you want to listen to the record or anything, that's great. You can sit at home and play it on your phone.
Go sit in the
den
and listen to it, sure.
Yeah, but if you want a show, I'll give you a show.
Oh, and I hear you do. You and your pink microphone. And we will be looking forward to seeing you in person one of these days. Now, in the 30 seconds or so that we have left, we're going to go back and we're going to play Party Heroes again, and tell us a little bit about this, what you got into it, what you wanted out of it.
Yeah, so this is a feel-good party song. I was hosting a party when I first moved to Toronto, and I wasn't, it was about 11:30, everyone was kind of leaving, and my friend showed up with her entourage just shortly before it was ending, and turned up the music, brought more drinks, more food, and really kind of just kept it going. And I thought, yeah, she's a party hero. I got to write a song about this. So I went into the studio and recorded it, and it's just, everyone's got those moments where, it's just, they need a little something to jazz it up.
Indeed, they do.
Spark it up. So that's exactly what it's about.
And you did an excellent job. Ladies and gentlemen, Kristin Karma, and here she is with Party Heroes.
Backs to the walls like you're back in school. No one makes a sound, afraid to break the rules. The light shines bright on an empty floor. Only 7 people here and they're looking for more. Bust through the doors, here to save the day. Rescue our souls and show us the way. We show up late and we're bringing the crowd. Look out, we're coming and it's gonna get loud. Time to get dirty, get a little flirty. Gotta give you what you need. We are the party heroes, light it up. Here we go. Turn up the volume from 1 to 10. We are the party heroes, feel the beat. It's a rush so high, don't let the party end. Now the bass is pumping all over the floor. Got you moving and a grooving and a wanting more. A shock to the brain and a shock to the heart. Got me feeling like I'm dreaming and I'm worlds apart. We're dancing on tables and we're taking shots. Grab a drink, don't think, 'cause we will never stop. We're all here, the party ain't gonna end. Fill it up, raise your cup, we set the hottest trends. Time to get dirty, get a little flirty. Gotta give you what you need. We are the party heroes.
There you go. Party heroes. Her name is Kristin Karma, another artist you're going to be hearing a lot more of very soon. We want to thank Kristin Karma and also Matt Westin for coming in, sitting and talking with us, sharing their stories as well as their music. And we want to thank Michael at MTS Management for sending both artists our way for this MTS showcase here on the David Bowers Awards. Next week, we have a very special show for you, and that's about all I'm going to tell you, except that this is some previously unheard music by an icon of American music. And if you're into the history of music, past, present, and future, and we're not talking about going back to the old gramophone days. This is an artist that a lot of people are aware of, and you're going to be really surprised because we've got some music that has never before been released that's going to be on our show next week, so don't miss it. In the meantime, thank you for being here this week. We'll look forward to seeing you again next week. John Bon Jovial, take us home.
The only thing I will say about it is that he is a musical hero to me. And I know to you. That's it. That's all we'll say. Ladies and gentlemen, you did it. You spent another perfectly good hour listening to quality indie music and conversation with the David Bowers and his trusty sidekick, the legendary John Bon Jovial. I don't know how you did it, but you did. And you can find us for free on Blog Talk Radio every week. You can also find us on YouTube, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spreaker. Anywhere that you download your favorite podcast, you will find the David Bowers Awards. Be sure to click the follow link on our Blog Talk Radio page. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and be sure to join us next week for the David Bowers Awards, Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern on WRFZ-FM 106.3. That's Rochester Free Radio. And on Blog Talk Radio, Sunday 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, and 6 p.m. Universal Time Coordinate for more great indie music and talk with the artists that make it happen. So until next week, for the David Bowers and Nick the Geek, our wonderful engineer, I am John Bon Jovial saying thank you so much for being with us. Love everybody, love yourself, and we'll see you next week right here on the David Bowers Awards.